Hello everybody and welcome back to another Beerlay beer review. Today we're going to be doing an English style beer brewed by a Dutch brewery, the Jopen Oost-Indie Porter. Today on Beerlay. Alrighty, let's check this puppy out. Very dark brown color. It's not quite black. There's some brown going on in there. You got a nice kind of off-white, like eggshell kind of a color of a head. Nice head retention too. As I've said in the past, setting all this stuff up takes about 5 minutes. So after about 4 or 5 minutes, still got a nice little bit of a head on there. Let's take a whiff, huh? Chocolate, vanilla, just a little bit of like roasted coffee in there, but not too much. A lot of chocolate. It's gonna be, I'm hoping this thing is gonna be nice and sweet and delicious. But there's only one way to find out, so let's do that right now. Maybe it's still a little bit too cold. It's pretty smooth, pretty light in the intensity of everything. There's a little bit of that chocolate in there. But there is also a little bit that kind of like almost Belgian and Dutch sourness to it, which isn't surprising being that it is a Dutch beer. But it is really kind of very smooth and very refreshing also, as many porters are. They're not really kind of as heavy and as thick as stouts. So yeah, it's not that bad of a beer, let me just say that. Just let's look at this bottle for a second. You'll notice it says limited on there, both down here and up here on the bottle. I've been looking online to figure out kind of like what the significance of that limited status is. I don't know if it was brewed in any way special or for any special occasion. I wasn't able to find that, so maybe they were just trying out a new recipe and they only made one batch of this stuff and that was it. But let's actually kind of get into the Jopen Brewery and some of their history and stuff like that. Why don't we have? So Jopen actually, even though they claim to have history dating back to like the 14 or 1500, it says recipe 1407. Looking on their website, they're pretty much only attributing this date to the fact that beer was brewed in Haarlem back at that time, and because they're brewing in Haarlem, they somehow get credit for that date. I don't know. Jopen, the brewery itself, actually started brewing back in 1994, so in that kind of an aspect, you might not even be able to consider these guys a craft brewery. They don't have a lot of old tradition. They don't have a lot of history to their name, although a lot of the beers that they brew are very traditional, very historic styles of beer. A lot of Belgian doubles, triples, quadruples, stuff like that. So Jopen actually refers to the 112-liter barrels that beer used to be transported and stored in back in like the 1500s. Fun fact of the day. Yeah, like I was kind of alluding to earlier, they do kind of have some more like craft beer type style of beers. They have 10 year-round beers plus seasonals and limited editions as well. They have a lot of like traditional Dutch styles, which I'm not very familiar with. They have a Quate and a Gerste beer. Again, I don't even know what those are trying to. They have an IPA, they have a RPA, which is made with rye. They have a stout, a wheat beer, and a triple. And of course, some seasonals, like I said earlier. Had a couple of Jopen beers over the last couple of years. They're not bad. They are usually kind of in that direction of very malty and yeasty style of flavors and of style of beers. Very typical of Belgian and Dutch style of beers. High percentage alcohols. Here's one that's 6.8, 8.5, 10%, 6.5, 9%. So they have quite a bit of high alcohol percentage beers. Again, very typical of Belgian styles. This one is 6.5%. So that's also kind of up there for a porter. Oh, okay, so it even tells you the malt and hop recipe on here. So they have pale ale malt, brown malt, amber malt, peated malt, and black malt. And the hops are Aurora, Goldings, and Brambling Cross, which is a US hop, which I've actually never heard of. So there you go. Now you can go make this stuff at home. All right, so that's about gonna do it, you guys. The Yopid Limited Ost-Indie Porter. Yeah, not a bad beer. Not a bad beer at all. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, don't forget to write your representatives and tell them support, common sense, bipartisan gun control. See you guys next time on Belay. Peace out!